I always forget to do that. Okay, so we are recording. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. There's going to be just a couple slides. There's not a lot of info, so don't get distracted by all of it. We're all going to be sharing our stories about how we got started and what our stories are as coaches on our journey. And then we'll be sharing with you one of the topics on how you can get started and what it actually looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really fast. If you have any questions also, feel free to put them in the chat box below, or just hold on until the very end and we'll leave some time for questions too. So we want to make sure we answer all of them. We are recording this as well, so if for whatever reason you have to hop off, the person who added you will be able to send you a link so you can catch up on whatever you missed also. Okay, so share my screen. Okay, so team Feed Your Fire. Welcome to our Become a Coach happy hour. Pull up with a little beverage, whatever you're drinking. I have my superfoods, the last like 2 sips of it. Nothing fancy or exciting. I don't know what else you guys have. There's some fancy sparkling water, some vino. Okay, so a little bit about our family, because this is a family. This is our Fit family. We've got 4 of the leaders on our team who are going to be presenting for this call. So I became a coach in 2005, so that was when our team was founded. And our mantra really is to live joyous and empowered lives and to really just show up every single day, finding that fire that is so bright and hot and like smoldering inside of us, and just helping other people uncover the same thing. So we do that with all the tools that you're gonna like learn more about. But you know, when you do become a coach, you can start a team. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And it's really exciting because you can pick out a team name. And so when I sat down, once our team started growing, and I really thought about like what would encapsulate like what we want to achieve. And this whole coach thing is about helping other people lead happy, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. And so feeding your fire every single day just was something that stuck out to me. As you'll get to know all of us, like we're very fiery, we're very passionate about what we do, about helping other people and just paying things forward. And we're also extremely passionate as a team about becoming better every single day, about improving mind, body, soul. It's everything. It's not about losing 5 to 10 pounds and toning up. It is so much deeper and just so much more intimate and so much more special than that. So I will go ahead and let Cinta take it away.
Hi, so my name is Cinta. I've been a coach for about 1.5 years now, but I've been on my fitness journey for a little bit over 2 years. That picture on the left, if you were seeing the screen, was me in like November 2015. So yeah, I've come a long way. And it all starts with challenge groups, which is like the foundation of like what we do as coaches. So as a coach, we run challenge groups, or first of all, like you can just like start out like in a challenge group. That's how I started out. I reached out to Ellen because I saw her like rocking her fitness journey really hard, and I wanted I wanted change for myself. And so I reached out to her, and I was a part of her challenge groups like from the very beginning. And like honestly, like I never even participated in her challenge groups for like the longest time. And then I posted like something in like November, and then I posted something in February, and she put those 2 pictures side by side. And that was like when like a light bulb like dinged over my head. And I was just like, oh shit, like if I'm more consistent with this, like if I like show up to the challenge groups more often, like that's like what will create consistency within myself. And that's when I really started like becoming a lot healthier, having a healthier mindset about myself, losing all the weight that I wanted to lose. And all of that like is done through the programs that we do through Beachbody and through Drinking Shakeology. You know, it's just a bunch of like accountability, and like that's like where all the magic happens. Yeah, sorry. Ooh, I always like blank out a little bit. But so like in our challenge groups, like they usually run like back in the day when we were all like doing 21 Day Fix and like all the other programs. But right now, like most of us are doing a program called 80 Day Obsession. So a lot of our challenge groups are running for 80 days. It depends on like how long you want to run a challenge group for. But you like within that period of time, you see like how much like you can stay committed to a program and like how much progress you can make throughout that period of time. And it's really fun. Like if you're really into social media, like before all of this, I was really into social media and like I love Instagram. So then like posting in these challenge groups through an app called My Challenge Tracker. And it's kind of like Instagram for workouts, but it's all private. So like you don't have to like, you're not like posting it on public and like you don't have to like feel like worried about it or anything. Like you are in like a no shame zone. You're safe with these people. And it's just like an outlet for you to like stay on top of your goals. And it's magical. I love being in challenge groups and I love like running my own challenge groups. And I think that's like the basis of what I want to say. Aside from like the challenge groups, like of course, like, you know, like, you have to like show up for yourself. And then I also was, I wanted to show these little containers, cause that's also part of it. It's not just working out. It's also like being on top of your nutrition. And there's also an app that we use, to stay on top of our containers. But we totally like use these containers to like track how much we're eating of each food group. So that way we're like eating like well-rounded, balanced diets. Like this isn't like fad workouts or like fad diets. It's all about like being balanced and making sure you get the right proper nutrition. Okay, I think that's it.
Can you talk a little bit about the programs and what Beachbody and Shakeology actually is too?
Yeah, of course. So the program that I started with, like, first of all, Beachbody has like over, like there within all the programs, there's like over 700 videos that you can choose from. And I started with a program called 21 Day Fix, which that's what attracted me to start Beachbody in the first place, because Ellen was talking about like all you have to do is work out for 30 minutes a day and it's all at home and like you don't have to give up carbs. And like I am a pastry chef, so like I can't really give up carbs. So and I was just like, oh, like I work like 12-hour days, like I'm on my feet all the time, like I need something that will like be really quick and really easy for me to do. So 30 minutes a day and like not giving up carbs, done. Like that sounds like super like reliable. And so that for me with 21 Day Fix alone, over time, like over like 9 months, like I was able to lose and keep off 25 pounds. And that also comes along with drinking Shakeology every single day. That helps me like not eat so much chocolate because I love chocolate so much. And it like helps me like lose my cravings, my big sweet tooth. My digestive system is so much better now that I've been drinking Shakeology really consistently. What else? Like my hair, I used to get split ends all the time, but now my hair is like this big, like voluptuous, like magical thing. My nails used to always be so brittle, but Shakeology's like helped my nail growth also. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing your story. Yeah, one thing that I just want to touch on before we move on is that this program and just everything that you get with this, it's not one size fits all. It's like something that you can customize to your individual liking. So if you like to go to the gym right now, if you like to lift heavy, whatever your current fitness habits are, or if you have no fitness habits, there's something for you. Beachbody they're a company that's been founded they started in 2006. So they've been around for about 12 years now. And if you've heard of P90X, Insanity, those were some of their very first programs. Right now, actually, you have access to everything online. It's like Netflix, except for fitness. So accessing the workouts is really convenient and easy. Most people choose to work out from home, but truly you can do this from anywhere. While you travel, hotel rooms, you can even take this to the gym. And it's not meant to completely replace any type of fitness regimen that you have currently, but it is a tool that you can use to enhance that and enhance whatever results that you're hoping to achieve. And if you're not where you want to be in your journey right now, like you can start wherever you're at. I couldn't even do a push-up when I first became a coach. I was 2 weeks into my very first challenge group and I was feeling so great, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. but I knew that I was feeling so good that I wanted to help reach other people and to help other people achieve the same thing that I had seen in such a short amount of time. So I think that it's really important to understand that you don't have to have a six pack. You don't have to be a fitness guru at all. It's literally taking nutrition, fitness, and accountability and putting everything together into this really easy to access kind of package. And the meal plan is customizable. If you're paleo, like vegan, anything like that, you can work with it. There's no fads, no starvation or anything like that either. So your coach who added you can get you all the details about what that actually looks like after the call also. Okay, so moving on.
Okay, hi everyone, my name's Iris, and I started this journey not as a challenger actually. I just went right in and signed up as a coach. I signed up as soon as right after I had my child. I was looking for a way to get fit, but I couldn't make it to the gym for 2 hours anymore like I was doing before. So I joined Ellen because I needed a way to get fit at home. And that's where I started, and I just fell in love with it. So what do we do as coaches? First and foremost is being a product of the product. So showing people that these home workouts really work, and that if you're dedicated to it, you can get awesome results at home, and you don't have to spend a lot of money in a gym membership. So being a product of the product is the number one thing that we do as coaches, because we're all just on our fitness journey, right? We're not fitness experts by any means. I mean, I started off like, I couldn't even do a push-up either because I had just had my baby, so I felt so weak. So, I mean, I didn't feel like qualified to be a coach, but I was just ready to get in shape and try to motivate others to do the same thing. And how do we do this? We do this mostly through our social media. We share our journey, we post on there, hoping to inspire others and motivate them to get on a healthier lifestyle as well. So I think that's one of my favorite parts about this, is that you get to go into people's lives and be the light that they might need at that moment. So maybe they're going through a rough patch and they see your post, and then they, their day is a little bit better just for that moment. So I really love that aspect of it. And so you're already on your fitness journey, and people are gonna be wondering what you're doing because you're starting to look so great. So you invite them, and that's the next thing that we do as coaches is invite people to join us, join our challenge groups, and be part of this journey with us, and we get to help them reach their goals as well. So I think that's the biggest part too of being a coach, is that you get to help others get started on their journey as well. And you don't have to know it all. There's trainings for everything. So obviously if you don't feel like you know everything about fitness, because I don't by any means. I don't know all these like fad diets. I never know what's the new thing. But we have all the tools there for us already. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna have to help people figure out the fitness lifestyle. You'll have all the training you need. And another aspect that goes with it is personal development. So constantly growing, constantly feeding your mind positive, empowering material. And so it's a transformation not only with your health and your fitness and your body, but your mentality as well. And I think that's so empowering in its own, just adding that personal development as well. And I know India is very passionate about the personal development because she's had a tremendous transformation. So I don't know if she wants to speak on it a little bit.
Yeah, let me get unmuted here. Hello, everyone. My name is India, and I have been a coach for a little over a year. I signed up last January, and last January I was working for a hot springs and I was working with my boyfriend. I had no time to myself. I wasn't really reaching any of my own personal goals. And so when I started doing Beachbody, I was feeling really stuck. And through this personal development, because it is a huge focus, first and foremost, this is your journey. It's about looking, it's not always easy. This is not always easy, but it's so worth it, because when you start to look at your fears and your excuses and what you want, and realizing that you are the thing that stands in the way of getting what you want and becoming who you want to be and feeling the way that you want to feel, everything changes. And so I read You Are a Badass, which is one of like the most recommended books for personal development for new coaches to get started. And it totally changed my life. It really got me thinking about my self-limiting beliefs, which affects all aspects of your life, not just in your fitness, but in everything that you do. And I started my yoga teacher training, which was a really huge passion for me. It was something that I had wanted to do forever. And I just was out of excuses and reasons why the timing wasn't right. I was tired of waiting. So I actually graduated like the same week of my coach anniversary from my yoga teacher training. And now I'm only coaching and teaching yoga and working for myself. I no longer have to answer to anybody. And it is the most amazing feeling to be that empowered, because this journey is all about empowering yourself. And by doing that, through your own experience, you're able to give something to someone else and help inspire them and get them started. But same thing, it's up to them to do the work, just as it's up to you to continue to do the work. Because when you have challengers and you have people that are looking to you for advice and for inspiration, that adds a whole layer of accountability that isn't there beforehand if you don't have that community. So personal development, so close to my heart, and it through Beachbody has really changed my life. It's changed everything. So that's kind of my story. Did you want me to touch on anything else? I don't know how long I've been talking. I don't want to go over my time.
I think you're good. Yeah, I think we're making pretty good timing here. One thing that I do want to add too, like all those things are just life-changing stuff. I mean, getting comfortable with sharing your journey on social media is definitely something that, I mean, none of us were used to, right, before we started coaching. And I mean, before I did this, I only posted like funny cat videos. I was like, wait a second, I'm supposed to share this stuff on social media. So if you don't know a lot about social media, it's okay. You're going to get complete training on that. We will help you navigate the road that is online social media, but also like just building relationships, and through personal development, through sharing, you know, the mental, physical, emotional, all these aspects of like not only your journey as a coach, but your life is what ultimately helps you connect to other people. And this is a business based off of mutual connection, friendship, and those are the building blocks of everything. It's the building blocks of human existence, right? Except it's all done on a social platform with this, which is great because you can connect with people you never would have ever met. Like India and I think we had one random mutual friend we never would have met in real life. And like, I am just so grateful that you're in my life now. And it's things like that that make connections like this possible. So another thing that I did want to touch on too is that with posting and sharing about your journey, you are not, when you become a coach, you're not a Beachbody billboard. You are you. You have your unique, special things about you, your hobbies, your interests, your lifestyle, your career. And you don't have to go from 0 to fitness guru in like 30 seconds. You don't have to be a fitness guru. You can do whatever you want to. This is about just sprinkling in health and fitness and having it just be part of your lifestyle and then sharing bits and pieces of that. So I just want to be super clear about that because you're not expected to be salesy and spammy and things like that. That's one of the misconceptions that I kind of wanted to dispel on this call as well, because there's a lot of opportunities out there to earn extra income, to be healthy online, you know, and that's what I think really differentiates what we do as coaches and our team and our values from other things. So I just wanted to touch on that really fast. It was one of the big questions that I had myself when I first started to look into this, when I joined my very first sneak peek. Literally, yeah, about 3 years ago almost. It'll be 3 years next month when I first learned about this. So yeah, just wanted to touch on that. Okay, so I'm going to go on and talk about the other thing that you're probably wondering about, the money. Okay, let's talk about the money. This is like what people get really uncomfortable talking about, but we have to cover it. And I mean, it's a big part of business. So as coaches, there's a couple different ways for you to get started. And you are not expected to invest a ton of money into your business. I just want to get that right out of the way. I know personally, I'm going to talk about me. Actually, I'll share a little bit about my story. I'm a little scroll brain right now. I've been on calls all day. So I started coaching 2.5, almost 3 years ago. And I started coaching because I wanted to get into super awesome shape for my wedding. I signed up with my first challenge pack in July, but I kind of lurked and was looking at the business and looking at everything for a few months before then. And my wedding was in September of 2015. And I had bounced around gyms. I had, I tried everything. I'd even tried at-home workouts in the past, Jillian Michael DVDs, what? And nothing worked and nothing ever stuck with me. So that's the accountability aspect of having the challenge group that we talked about before was huge for me. I was really stressed out and not in a good place mentally. I was working about 9 to 10 hour days on average as an account manager at an advertising company. And I dealt with numbers all day. I looked at computer screens. I dealt with clients. I was in charge of a lot of things. And it was a very stress-inducing job for me. And it wasn't the right fit for me. I would go to bed every single day feeling empty inside. I don't know if anybody on this call who's listening can relate to that, but there's something just like very heartbreaking about going to bed feeling unfulfilled and knowing that you spent most of your day doing activities that made somebody else's dreams happen over your own and not actually even knowing what those dreams are. And until doing personal development and until coaching fell into my lap, I had no idea what those things were. So this whole thing has been an incredible growth opportunity, a complete blessing. I went into this business wanting to just get into the best shape of my life and become a better person and maybe make a few extra $100 a month to help pay off my husband's student loan debt that he had accrued, which was so funny because I achieved that goal after my first 6 months working as a coach. But I just really wanted to feel better. And I wanted to help other people because I was feeling so good after just 2 weeks of doing this. So that's kind of how I got started. But as most things go in life, we never really know when our passion is going to take hold, with force. And so the further I got into coaching, the more involved I got with my team, my larger team that I'm a part of, I realized that this was really what I was meant to do. And I realized a few months into it that the potential to be in charge of how much money I made and to decide what my time was worth was extremely valuable. And I didn't want anybody else to have that decision so long as I could help it. So I committed myself to working part-time as well as managing a full-time job. So I would go to work and I would do my workout in the morning and I would maybe squeeze in like a half hour to do my posts, do my personal development, and then after work I would devote a few extra hours to connecting with people and doing the vital behaviors that Iris and India talks about. So over time, I'm being completely transparent with you guys. On the graphic right here, this is showing you my income progression over the last 3 years, and this is a monthly income. So in January of 2016, I made enough to cover my Shakeology. I have never paid out of pocket for my Shakeology since I have been a coach. I have never paid out of pocket for my fitness expenses, which is just once a year. It's like ridiculously inexpensive online gym membership. I can't believe the amount of money that I've saved let alone like not had to pay for, because I decided to pay this forward and help other people. And then the compound effect is something that really is a truth about this business. In the beginning, you are not going to get rich. You're not going to make 6 figures in 6 months. That is something that really doesn't happen, and I'm just going to be totally blunt and transparent about that, because Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of income. Every coach and every dollar that you make is dependent upon your effort, your diligence, your skill. It doesn't fall out of the sky. It's something that you have to work hard at, and that comes with doing those daily things, building relationships, believing in yourself, walking the talk and doing your own journey and staying in your own lane. So the only purchase that you're responsible for is getting your Shakeology every month. That's it. Or whatever other supplements or things that you want. You're not tied into anything. Like with other businesses, there's certain minimums, there's certain quotas that you have to meet. Just to be a coach, it costs $15.95 a month. That's the monthly business fee that Beachbody charges, and that is for handling all the things that a regular business owner doesn't want to do. So I don't know if any of you are entrepreneurs or if you've had your own business, but it can be kind of a nightmare being the customer service person and the shipper and the marketing person and having to come up with new stuff, and like it's really a lot of things. So $15.95 to have somebody manage all your orders for you, aka customer service, not having to carry inventory. You don't have to spend money on like holding stuff for people. It's literally 100% online. So I love that. I don't handle any of the messy stuff. All I do is focus on helping people and following my own journey. And that's how I like it. That's the kind of freedom in the business that I wanted to have when I decided to become my own boss. I always kind of knew I wanted to, and this was like that platform that just really all the stars aligned for me. There's zero red tape. There's no inventory, like I mentioned, and you're not locked into anything. Let's talk about the actual money making aspect of this. You're probably wondering, okay, but like, how do you actually make money? Okay. So with the challenge pack that you get started with, when you're able to help other people with those tools, with Shakeology and Beachbody On Demand, they come together in a discounted package, which is really nice. You earn anywhere from $45 up to $100, depending on what solution is right for the person you're speaking with. You also earn money based off of team bonuses as well. So it sounds kind of scary, maybe thinking, oh my gosh, like if I have a team someday, I earn income as well. Yeah, you can. You can become the leader that you don't even know you can be with this. And I know that that is kind of like, whoa, maybe it's overwhelming. But it's something that you can grow into if that's something that you want. And that the team bonuses are really great because it shows that the people that you're helping are helping other people. And it's like this incredible snowball effect that happens. The amount of lives that our team's been able to change just in the last year is staggering. And when you think about it, if your life is positively affected, even the people around you every single day, their lives are being positively affected. Whether or not they're in our challenge group, whether or not they buy anything, you know, it's not about that. It's about just having that positive influence and just spreading these tools that are ultimately helping to combat obesity in America, which is such a huge issue, and Canada and the UK. We're international, woo woo, Canada and the United Kingdom as well. But all of our team right now is in the US, but that could change. And like I mentioned, you're the boss. So I think I'm going over 5 minutes, but this is really important. You are the boss. And I don't know if you've ever worked at a job where maybe you didn't get along with your manager, or you didn't like being told what to do, or you didn't like your coworkers. Like, I'm sure we all can kind of relate to that. With this, you decide who you work with. You decide who you coach. You decide who's on your team. You decide who you connect with. You are truly in the driver's seat, and nothing is decided for you. You decide everything, and that power by itself is the most liberating, you know, thing in the world. If you're at whatever job you're at right now and like you're not in love with it. And I also want to say, if you have a career right now and you absolutely adore it and you definitely don't ever see yourself leaving it, you can be a coach as well. This isn't one of those things where it's all or nothing. You have to be a full-time coach. You can fit this in your life however you see fit. We have people on our team who are students and they work 2 full-time jobs and they're moms and they still fit this in with like little pockets of time that they have. And then there's other people like me who work at this actually pretty much full-time. Like I've been able to quit my desk job that I didn't like. After 6 months, I was able to walk away from it and get a fun part-time job that I love and focus on coaching. And now it's been a year and now I'm gonna go full-time in April. And so it really is what you design it to be. You have that freedom, you have that job security. You know, nobody can ever take that away from you. Nobody can take that income away from you. And it truly is something that builds over time. You see that compound effect happen. And you probably won't go out right out of the gate with, you know, guns blazing and have a month like, you know, what I had this past January. If you do, like, that's freaking amazing and it's absolutely possible, but I just want to manage your expectations. This is something that takes time, but the more time you put into it and the more passionate you show up about it every single day, the more you're going to get out of it. Like, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, it's something that just builds and builds and builds upon itself. And it's just absolutely incredible. It's changed my life. And that's why we are here talking about it. And it's absolutely incredible thinking about what just you making this simple decision to better yourself and to hopefully better a few people around you, you just making that one decision, how that can really translate into so many other lives being changed. Like this team call and all the other people that the coaches on our team have helped this year. It's crazy. And like you can be a part of that. It's a really big, special thing. So with that, I'm gonna go and throw it over to Callie and she can take it away with some of the other perks of our Fit Tribe.
Hi guys, I'm Callie. I'll try to keep it short. I tend to ramble. So I will start with my story. I was kind of stuck, same thing, stuck, didn't really know where to go with my health and fitness. I wasn't really doing anything. I recently had quit drinking and gotten healthy, but that was like the limit of that. That was the full extent. And I wanted to do more. So I would kind of fumble around at the gym or do a Jillian Michaels video or like whatever that day, and then maybe do that for 2 days and then stop again. And then like a week later, pick it up and then stop again. I didn't have anything keeping me committed. So I found these challenge groups with Ellen and I was like all in. I just wanted something. I jumped in with her and I did 30 days. That was my before picture there, and that after was like last week. So that's about a year. I started in November of 2016. So yeah, I was doing the challenge group. I was loving it. I wanted to be a coach. Mostly there's a really good perk with coaching. You get a discount on everything. You get 25% off of everything in the store. And I was already doing the shakes anyways. So I was kind of like, why not get the discount? And I knew there was more there, but I didn't really do anything with coaching until July of last year. I was a venue manager. I had a good job. I had a good career. I had worked the ladder. I started at the front desk. I bumped up to assistant, and then I got the venue manager job, and I kind of climbed that ladder, and then I reached the top of the ladder. And I started realizing really quickly that I was on salary working 10, 11-hour days. Totally not appreciated. You know, I asked for a raise. I didn't get it, but I got it like solid pat on the back. Thank you for working 12-hour days and being so awesome, but no. And I started to really see that I didn't want to be doing that for 20 or 30 years, having that career. And I started to kind of look at other opportunities. And I was already a coach, so that was really in the back of my mind this whole time. And I just started kind of doing little sprinklings of social media and inviting and building that up. And it kind of built my confidence up doing that. And it also opened up this whole opportunity for me to realize that there's so much there to do. So I left my venue manager job. I got a part-time job doing like e-commerce, but I realized I wanted to be a wedding coordinator. And I don't think that would have happened unless I started coaching and doing personal development and kind of seeing the opportunities that were there for me. So all of that ties into coaching because it all came from coaching. I never would have left my safe desk job. I never would have thought about it. I never would have thought about starting my own wedding coordination business, any of that. So it's just been a huge opportunity for me, and I'm in the best shape of my life, which is also a nice perk. So what I want to touch on really though, and is just like the opportunities that are there for the fun parts of it. There's a lot, and I am looking so forward to all of them. I haven't really done many of these things yet, but I'm like, it's there and I can't wait to do them. So we have a thing called the Success Club trip, which is basically an earned trip. You can earn the incentives, it'll be paid for, it's possible, it's all there. And basically Beachbody sends you on a 5-day vacation to go and hang out with other coaches and celebrate how awesome you are for working your business. What other job is going to celebrate you for working your business and give you a vacation? I don't know. I never have heard of one. So that was awesome. So that's very much possible, and I'm stoked on that. We also have Summit, which is a big convention where everybody gets together, and that's what I really want to talk about actually, is like the relationships that are built with this. I never would have met these girls. I never would have had these like positive reinforcements behind me of this team that's all kind of doing similar things. And just the connections that you make, the feels, it's really hard to explain like all the emotions that come with it, but it's a good feeling, and you have a connection with people, and you have this just like tribe of people that are doing this with you and have similar goals, and maybe they're not the same. And like Ellen's going full-time. I want to go full-time someday. I'm not there yet, but you can do this part-time. So even though we're all doing this at different levels, we're still connecting, and you just get so much out of those relationships, and just the bonds that you make with people. So going back to connecting too, you're part of this is inviting and reaching out and connecting to people. And there's a lot of people that I maybe wouldn't have reached out to, that I haven't seen since high school, that I've been able to reconnect with, rekindled relationships, had coffee dates and all these things. I'm a more social person now, and it's really fulfilling in my life. It's nice to have that. And so all of that is there. It's crazy the ways that this carries over into your life beyond just income or fitness even. There's so many ways that it actually branches out and goes beyond that. And the other thing that's been really cool about it is now that I'm starting to, have people join us and get their own fitness dialed in and everything, is they are messaging me their results. And it's like the best feeling of all time, just getting these messages from people like, I lost 10 inches in 26 days. It's like, what? Like, no, that's nuts. And you have something to do with that. And you're not a personal trainer, but you planted that seed of like, you can do this. And then they go do it and they tell you about it. And it's the feels. I can't put it into words very well, but it's the best feeling. Helping people, knowing that you're encouraging someone to make a change that's positive for their life, all of that. It's such a big deal. And there's so many things you can go with it. I feel like I'm probably forgetting a lot of things, but there are so many opportunities here and just so many fun things that come out of it. We have a quarterly Super Saturday, which is basically where we get together and do like a Shakeology bar and group workouts and share the opportunity. So there's a lot of really fun things, and there's just so much more to it than fitness and like being on social media and all of that. Like it really does start to carry over. I never would have thought that I was capable of starting my own wedding coordination business had it not been for coaching. That opened up so many doors for me. It took time, but it has been a game changer. And so I'm just so glad I found it. I'm so glad I have these ladies in my life. And it's just a great community. And I think that was everything.
Yay, all the feels.
All the feels.
So if you're watching this and you're like, okay, like I want to be a feed your fire coach. How do I do it? It's really, really easy. All you have to do is just reach out to the person who added you to this call, the person you've been speaking with, one of us, or somebody who isn't even on this call, and go ahead and let them know that you're ready. Decide what challenge pack is going to be the best option for you. There's multiple different pricing structures. They start at $140 and they go all the way up to $250. And it really is the best investment you can make into yourself. Here's the thing too, if you were to sign up and for whatever reason you try everything, there's a 30-day money back guarantee for everything. So it's really nice because you can try this, you can try out the team, you can see if this is for you. You can get into our challenge group that we're running right now, and there's really no risk. Like, it's the best decision I ever made for myself. I was fully prepared to send my Shakeology back if I didn't love it. And I knew going into it that I could, and I didn't. And now we're having this conversation. So crazy, crazy things. So yeah, just reach out to them, let them know what flavor you'd like. And then we have new coach training boot camp starting on March 1st. So all the new peeps who join our team this month, we're going to be mentoring you. I'll be mentoring you. We're going to have everything all laid out for you. So it's not one of those things where you sign up and then you're kind of like, here you go, fly, little birdie. We're going to be there every step of the way. We're going to show you how to do this, how to get started, how to get those results. We're going to get you that consistency. And more importantly, you're going to have this family and this community to lean back on, like with anything else that you have going on. We're totally here for you. And then the one thing that I wanted to end this call with is something that really means a lot to me. We're going to share a word that Beachbody, that describes our experience with Beachbody. So my word is hope. And I chose that word when I was at the New Leader Conference this last week in LA. And I chose that because this opportunity has given me so much hope for myself. I've always been one of those people who really believed that I could do whatever my mind sets out to do. You know, all those nice things that our parents tell us when we're kids. But I went through most of my adult life and my childhood not really giving things my all and just kind of accepting like where I fell. And this has given me the opportunity like within myself to just become a leader and to know that like great things can happen if you just put yourself out there, and to just be really fearless. And, you know, knowing that when you wake up every day and your feet hit the floor, you're working really hard to make a big difference in the world. And that's something that I take super seriously. And it's something that is just like a thread of like my being now. And I don't know if I would have that hope for like also my future and where my life's going. Being almost 30, like it looks so much different and so much brighter. And there's so much more potential there now than there ever was when before I started doing this. So that's my word.
I think we're going to go in order, right?
Yeah, let's go in order.
Okay, so my word, it's actually like, I realized this was my favorite word like back in November when I did like this free group on Facebook, but my favorite word, my word for Beachbody and like what it's done for me is abundance. And that is because it's like all about like having this abundant mindset. And I used to be the type of person where I was like, I don't have time. And like, I didn't like believe in myself ever. And like, I always thought that like, I didn't have like all these things, but really everything that I need and everything that I like need to use, to, like get to where I want is within myself. And I learned that through Beachbody. And it's so this abundance mindset that I've gained. And that's why, yeah, that's my word. I could start crying about this, so I'm going to stop right there.
I love it. My word is empowerment. Not only empowering others, but really empowerment within myself. That's what it means to me. Just knowing that I could own the direction that my life is headed is just, it's a beautiful thing to me. So empowerment.
My word is awaken. This journey has awakened so many magical things, not only like outside of myself and the things that I get to do and the way that it's changed my life externally, but internally as well. I have never felt stronger or more confident or more authentic or more connected. And so this has awakened like this power within me, and I never ever want it to go away. I want it to stay forever, and I want to keep on moving with it. So if you say yes, be forewarned that it'll change your entire life really well.
Awesome. Yay, I'm so excited. We all have different words. We didn't talk about our words beforehand. So your guys' words were all also on my list, which is really cool because it kind of carries over, like, that's the same thing. It just crosses. My word is opportunity, and that is because there is so much opportunity here if you embrace it. There's opportunity to do this part-time. There's opportunity to do this an hour a day. There's opportunity to do this 5 hours a day. There's opportunity to do this full-time. You can do anything you want with it. It is what you make it, and the opportunity is there. And it's basically being handed to you on a platter, like, here's your opportunity. Do you want to have this? Yes, you do. So it's amazing, and that's my word.
Oh, I may or may not have like shed like a little glistening fluid down the side of my cheek. Okay, so that wraps up our call. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for joining. I'm gonna open this up for questions. I think we've got a couple ladies still on the call. So yeah, let us know what questions you have. I'm gonna keep recording and then I'll end the call when we're done.
And if you guys haven't used Zoom, you can type them in the chat too. There's a little chat box.
I have a question.
Yes, so what is your question?
Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah, okay, there it goes. So I was wondering, when you're coached, because I'm not comfortable posting like workout videos, how pivotal is that to post workout videos of yourself and so on?
It's not at all. I didn't start posting videos of myself until I'd been doing this for like 6 months. And that's the cool thing about this is like, it's your business. You are basically just a personal brand of yourself. So if you're not used to making workout videos and that's not your thing, then it doesn't have to be your thing. Everybody finds out like what their own unique style is and what they like sharing. So it really is what you want to make of it. So you can post about whatever you want. You can do videos of whatever you want. And don't write anything off either, because as you grow and as you do personal development and as you get more comfortable, like, you know, who knows, you might like doing workout videos. It's a really liberating thing when you get out of your comfort zone. And that's what this whole thing is about too, is just, it's that opportunity to really get out of your comfort zone and grow. And we do that by doing things that make us a little uncomfortable, but you're never going to be pushed into doing something like that.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't ever want to do that. I was never going to post a workout video ever. Like, you would not, nope. I was pretty shy when I started. I was figuring it out and it took a long time, but it just takes time and you don't have to post them, but it's become a thing that's kind of fun because it's like, hey, I'm doing this and I'm not perfect at all. Like today, I'm going to post one later where I literally fell over. So you know, it's a journey, it's a development of it, and you kind of grow with it. It's fun.
Cool.
Any other questions? We good? We're still under 8 o'clock, so technically we didn't go over our time.
I'm really impressed with that. I think we did awesome.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. This was so great. And let us know if you have any other questions. Reach out to the coach who added you if you're ready to sign up, or if you have any other questions that we can help you out with. And thank you so much for spending time with us. We really look forward to having you be a part of the team. Alrighty, have a great night, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.